to ask questions like, were their decisions colored by certain things, and who got the benefit of the doubt, in that courtroom?
Do you think that hip-hop culture was on trial as much as Sean Combs was?
Not all. Look, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as the hip-hop is fine with his behaviors. There's no one else being vocal. So you would look at it and just say, because that mind your business, or let me not say nothing about nothing, or those things, it would allow the entire culture to register as if they're for that behavior.
I think there's so many fucking powerful people that are on those lists. There's so many powerful people that went and partied. Air quotes, partied. And how many of them went to the Diddy parties? Have you been paying attention to the trial?
Oh, yeah.
Trials.
So guys, the conversation around hip-hop power circles has taken another sharp turn, and this time it's not coming from tabloids, but from long-form commentary that thrives on open debate, because Joe Rogan and 50 Cent have been openly discussing how the legal pressure surrounding seeing Diddy comms could ripple far beyond one courtroom, and the best part is how carefully they frame it as a pattern worth watching rather than a verdict on anyone involved. The larger conversation has switched to accountability, closeness, and how public relationships are re-examined when reputations intersect with investigations, as Diddy faces significant legal issues and numerous allegations that are still pending. In recent discussions, Rogan and 50 Cent hinted that those who were once clearly connected to Diddy would come under increased public scrutiny, not because guilt is presumed, but rather because affiliation inherently raises suspicions in situations like this. Meek Mill is one name that frequently comes up in online discussions, partly because of how publicly entwined his relationship with Diddy once appeared, from business gatherings to well-reported celebrations back when everything seemed impenetrable. Meek was quick to refute the accusations when they first came to light. He made it clear that he was not involved in any illegal activity and criticized blogs for making judgments based more on proximity than on evidence. While some fans saw this as defensive, others saw it as a legitimate attempt to defend his reputation. Fans already have vivid recollections of extravagant parties and high-profile events that represented excess rather than wrongdoing. These memories suddenly feel different in retrospect, even if they don't prove anything legally. This difference creates tension. Rogan and 50 Cent's angle isn't about declaring outcomes, but about how quickly narratives shift when the spotlight moves, how silence and statements are both interpreted, and how the culture reacts before courts ever do. And with that context in mind, take a look at this clip, because it captures exactly why this conversation isn't cooling down anytime soon. Check this out.
Everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the fucking door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against cheeks. I heard struggling to take. I heard being like, yeah, daddy. When he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all this because I.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was real. Nikki put that out there. That Nikki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh, man.
She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
Okay, so.
But that's not a diss. Meek likes being brought up in that song. I don't know why you lowering his thing. You think you're doing him a favor. He's very, very happy being mentioned, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
The best part is that after months of adamant denials gave way to a more nuanced explanation, Meek Mill's own words have become the focal point of discussion. He now claims he was present in certain settings, but never took part in anything dubious, maintaining his distance and concentrating on the music and atmosphere. Fans are debating consistency rather than guilt over that change alone, wondering if this is clarification or just a reframing under duress. This is especially true as online rumors about potential cooperation in the larger Diddy case become more prevalent, though none of them have been verified. In situations like this, affiliation turns into a magnifying glass rather than a verdict. This similar dynamic is currently being used for other well-known individuals that are making the rounds on social media, such as Oprah Winfrey, whose popularity causes rumors to spread quickly. To be clear, There is no evidence that publicly connects Oprah to any criminal activity related to Diddy. However, online commentators are revisiting Oprah's previous association with controversial figures such as Harvey Weinstein, citing old photos and professional overlaps that some observers find unsettling in retrospect. Context is sometimes overlooked. Oprah has claimed that she was not aware of Weinstein's wrongdoings at the time and publicly distanced herself after the accusations became apparent. In a similar vein, Oprah herself expressed outrage and cooperated with authorities when the South African girls' school she founded was accused of serious abuse years ago. The charges were looked into and publicly addressed, and staff members were punished. The bigger takeaway isn't the accusation, but how public trust, power, and accountability are constantly re-examined when the culture shifts, and how silence, statements, and timing all shape perception. So with that in mind, take a look at this clip because it shows exactly why these conversations keep resurfacing. Watch this.
Prosecutors say former dorm matron Tina Virginia Makopo tried to kiss and fondle the girls. She's also accused of kicking and hitting some of them. Makopo pleaded innocent to 14 charges of indecent assault and criminal injury in South Africa.
I was, needless to say, devastated and really shaken to my
canceling the interviews because they don't want to get blacklisted by Oprah. Who wants to be on the wrong side of Oprah in Hollywood? Who wants to be on the wrong side of Tyler Perry in Hollywood? Who wants to be on the wrong side?
Now let's take a closer look at Oprah, who has reappeared in old footage with Diddy at those opulent private events that set the internet ablaze with rumors. Being acquainted with a music magnate is one thing, but their close proximity begs the issue of how deeply entwined their lives truly are. Speaking of ties, let's turn our attention to Stevie J, whose name has always been associated with Diddy's career. Stevie wasn't merely a spectator in the development of Bad Boy Records' sound. He was a key contributor to the creation of some of the biggest hits of the time. However, he is now at the center of circulating speculations, especially in light of the allegations in Lil Rod's lawsuit, which paint him as a possible mastermind behind a more heinous story. Serious concerns regarding Stevie's devotion and culpability are raised by allegations that he may have facilitated some of those infamous events. Ashton Kutcher is also being scrutinized. Videos of him having a good time at the same notorious parties have surfaced, leaving both admirers and detractors perplexed. Kutcher's hesitation when asked about his relationship with Diddy on Hot Ones spoke a lot, suggesting that maybe the party scene was closer to home than he would like the public to think. As if that weren't enough, Naomi Campbell's name keeps coming up in disturbing situations involving Diddy and Epstein. A darker role was suggested by rumors that she was more than just a visitor. There are claims that she lured young aspirants with promises of fame, only to trap them in a web of exploitation. A crucial point is brought up by these associations. How strong are their ties, and what risks are they willing to take to keep them strong? The stakes are high, and as this story develops, it becomes clear that many are caught in a tangled web of loyalty and scandal. As the plot thickens, it's clear that the connections among these high-profile figures are raising more questions than answers. The story of Naomi and Diddy is bound to continue, with accusations circulating and allegiances being put to the test, leaving us all wondering how close these relationships really are. In addition to speculating, fans are demanding responsibility and looking for the real story beneath the gloss and glamour. Celebrity life is frequently more convoluted than it seems, as the mystery surrounding these celebrities serves as a reminder. We therefore want to hear from you as we continue to sort through the layers of this thought-provoking tale. Who is actually in charge, and who is caught in the crossfire, in your opinion? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for the latest insights into the swirling world of celebrity drama. Stay tuned, because this saga is just getting started.